So, thanks for signing in and listening to this short YouTube video. It's going to be about a couple of new releases from Brigade models in the UK. They're for the Imperial Skies game, and I can show you those down here on the stump. One of them's a French ship, and the other one is some aircraft for the British, which are not out until later in the year, although the French ship is out now. So it's a bit of a sneak peek at the new British fighter aircraft. So if I just organise myself around getting the stump on full view, there we go. So this is the French Battleship, and as I understand it, this one is the Loire class. I can show you a better picture of it when it's actually painted in just a moment. If I can just flip over to the correct channel. Right, so this is fully painted version of the Loire class airship. It's got a resin hull and various metal pieces and features that sit on there, including the guns, the funnels and the tail fin as well. So brand new one. It replaces the old one that Tony from Brigade Models used to make, and I shall now show you that up close and personal. So there we have it, down on the stump here. As you can see, nice resin hull, very clean. It does have a flat bottom base, so okay for sticking a magnet or sticking it to a base. And a small baggie full of bits and pieces as well. So straight away I can see that these at some point have been 3D made, because they have those little tail kind of texture on them, which doesn't really affect them for the gameplay, to be honest. They look really sharp and they'll paint up nicely too. And when I say gameplay, I mean painting rather than gameplay. So I was just trimming those bits off there. As you can see, nice clean casting on those guns, and then we have a bigger class of gun here with the single turret, and there's also a dual turret in there as well. And these little smaller ones as well. So yeah, essentially you've got different classes of guns on there. Those can be represented in the Imperial Skies game by the different classifications. And if I trim one of these off, well, by trim I mean just pop off. Yeah, so there you go. And the same will apply, obviously, put the big guns at the front. And they will need cleanup, although they're very clean castings. You just need to make sure, like for example underneath that one, it has some tiny, very small bumps, as you can see there. And of course the issue with that is that you'll not get a flush fit unless you trim those off. Not a big deal. Nice detailing on the front of that deck area there. If I bring it up and get rid of that gun, you've got a kind of a raised, what looks like a glass canopy. And again, nice deck detailing on the back there. So, tail fin. Well, that's neatly done to fit in there completely cleanly. It does just need some flash tidying up from the casting on there. We can trim that off using my fingernail, and there we go. It does fit very cleanly on the back, a very nice flush fit. I like that actually. I like the combination of having the nice simple clean resin hull and then the sort of accessory pieces. So you've got a bridge here too. So perfect that it's gone on with a neat tight fit. So obviously by design, that's about as clean as you can get. And then obviously you've got the masts and the funnels, and I can see straight away behind there That'll fit in neatly, and also has the cutout area on the back of the bridge. So just bring it in there in focus. So very nice. I think it's a great kit. Nice set of guns on there as well. And as far as the rules are concerned, the stats for Imperial Skies for this Loire class battleship, the French one, are staying the same. Essentially they've re-released this with a new cast which Tony is working his way through. So I've removed my address, but it's an unboxing. I have some goodies that arrived from Tony. Some of the smallest sweet miniature candy to arrive in the post. To treat in the post of these arriving this week. And I shall go down close and unpack those to show you on the stump. So there we are. These are both British aircraft for the Imperial Skies game, again from Tony at Brigade Models. So these are some standard British fighters, and I can see straight away they've got a rather nice sort of curve and detail on the edge of that biplane wing there. And they are a biplane, but you can see they're kind of sandwiched together as one wing, just to represent. So you'd paint some black in between there or dark grey to represent the fact that it was a biplane. But from a casting perspective, again, I'm being naughty twisting this off. I should really just trim it with a knife, but I can't resist. I'm going to just pop that off. I'll have to clean the front of that prop afterwards. But yeah, very nice detailing on there. So yeah, nice detailing. And this one, I have got the names of these actually, which I shall continue to talk while I pop those on there. Let me just have a look. So one is the P212 Thornton Tornado, which is a two-seat pusher, which is the larger one. And this small one here is the RD7A Fitton Phantom single-seat biplane. And so that's my namesake. And again, you can see that obviously these have been done on a 3D print because Tony's left on a sprue, and that sort of cleanness of the Brigade Models text on there can only come from this being a 3D printed set of models. So what I can say from what I know of the previous aircraft that Tony had done, they were done by hand using plasticard and textured plasticard, and these are much sharper 3D versions, so, and then cast in metal obviously, so fantastic. And this is the Thornton Tornado 2, which is a pusher style, which means for the uninitiated, the propeller is behind the pilot. Again, I'm just terrible. This flashes on there and I just have to start picking it off. So I'll move the Fitton biplane out of the way, and here we have the pushers. And I'll give them a sort of a spin around so you can get a good view of those coming in and out of focus there. Right, detail wise again, I think they're quite stunning. There's obviously there's a superstructure bar in there which is quite thick, but it needs to be to keep the model in one piece. And again, biplane dual wing style, but using the just using a filled in area in there, so you could paint that in dark grey or black, and that will give you the decent impression of the pair of bi wings. Nice detailing again, little tiny wheels underneath, and which you won't necessarily see once you've got these painted up and on a flight stick. But again, you can see that it's got the little machine gunner point on the front as well there, so really nicely detailed, great models. So I better get these on sticks and painted, but for this video that's everything. So thanks very much for listening in, and I hope you like those quick view of those models from Brigade models in the UK. Hopefully they'll be out soon. The British ones, I think they're coming out this year, so they'll be around soon, and that French model's already out on the site. So thanks for listening in, and I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.